These 5 league mechanics are wasting your time on League Start, and I think you probably shouldn't do them anymore unless they're your absolute favorite, okay? I will make that exception because it's a video game and you should still have fun, even though Mr. Broadcaster told you not to run them. Anyways, 5 of them. The first one is Ritual. I'm gonna keep it a buck. A lot of these mechanics, even when you're past League Start, they're still just not that good, okay? The only time I will do Ritual is when I'm progressing my Atlas and I reach yellow maps. And that's because Ritual at yellow maps can give you an offering to the goddess, which is kind of annoying to find otherwise. I would rather do 3 rituals than 1 trial. So I just run Ritual that one time and get an offering to the goddess because it's extremely common on a ritual. It takes me 1 or 2 rituals to find it, and who knows, maybe I get something cute. Probably not though, because Ritual is bad. And that's why it's number 1. Probably skip them unless you really, really like it, okay? Unless you love it. Number 2 is Abyss. Abyss is just really slow and you don't get too much out of it. I mean, on League Start, again, do it like 1 time. Get a Stygian Vice. Once you get that, you're kind of just chilling. You don't really want to do Abysses randomly, right? When we compare Abyss to something like an expedition encounter, like, man, when you put points into Abyss on the tree, obviously you wouldn't, right? You really only do that if you're juicing maps, and even then it's like a wash. Like Abyss, I don't know, it's in a weird spot. You kind of just get the Stygian. There are some good rewards from the bosses. So if it's a league where Poison SRS is popping off and everyone wants Namaz Gaze or whatever it is, that gives the dot multi, right? It's a unique Abyss jewel, gives dot multi. Yeah, maybe you want to gamble and like do some of the random ones and maybe get to a boss or something, but it's just, Abyss is not good for currency. It's okay XP, but you kind of are just delayed and slowed a lot. Even in the late game doing end game farms, I found like farming Delhi and all that, while I do get extra reward tiers in my map, the Abysses make my maps take so much longer because there's just so much traveling time. So I don't recommend Abyss. In your end game choosy farms maybe, and League Start, and right as your atlases progress, absolutely not. Block it. Number 3 on League Start, you know, it's not bad, okay? But after the first few days of the league, it's a block for sure, and that is Blight. Blight in your maps. I'm not talking blighted maps. Blighted maps, pretty good to do. Blight in your map, a random blight pump. You should block it, okay? Block it on your atlas. Block it in your map. Block it IRL. After the first few days, you know, it's day 1, I do the pump, I get some cool oils. Nice. Day 2, I do a random pump. Maybe I get a blight map. All right, it sells for 15 chaos. Past like 4 or 5 into the league, random blights are just not going to give you anything. And even when you're farming them, they stop being very lucrative because of how easy it is to farm the blighted maps. So their value goes down, and just like how annoying it is to run them for a lot of players. So like nobody wants to run them, and they're very easy to farm. So blight just ends up not being very rewarding, it seems like, past the first few days. If you can farm blight maps on day like 1 and 2, it's really good. But past that, you know, you kind of just do the first few blights, get your clear whatever oil, buy the more expensive ones, and block it. Number 4 is Metamorph. Metamorph, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I block it instantly every single league. I don't think I've done Metamorph in months. It might be like a year since I did my last Metamorph. I'm not even trolling. I block it, I skip it, I don't do them. They take too long. Sometimes they randomly do something that one-shots you, and you know, what? Am I gonna learn all these moves? Like, you know, sorry, I didn't play hardcore that league, so I didn't remember every one-shot move. You know, it kind of just suck, and they don't drop that much. So yeah, you probably should skip these. Now, if you invest into them, it's actually kind of lucrative. If you invest into your Metamorph, you get the compass that will double the catalysts and double their life. Well, just ignore that part. Just pretend it's free currency. I just know that it's pretty rewarding, right? You actually get a lot of those less common catalysts once you start investing, once you're doing gilded, once you blah blah. But before then, if you're not doing like some really like Atlas passive in-depth Spurg Metamorph farm, you really shouldn't be doing Metamorph, and you shouldn't feel pressured into them because it's not even really worth it. It's more of just like, yo, is my build, you know, super tanky, or did I not choose the wrong stuff? You know, you don't get too much reward for it. I wish it was a little cooler as like a trial of combat or something like that. But unfortunately, you know, like, damn, dude, you might get 2 crappy catalysts and a little bit of currency. Just don't get much. I don't know. It's super boring. I don't like them. Anyways, I don't know what you expected other than boring and not rewarding, because as we go into number 5, that's exactly what we've got for you. Number 5, Breach. It seems like day 4, when you could start buying Chayula compasses more than 1 at a time, you could make some currency as you pray to get good Chayula items and pray to get nice splinters, and maybe you open a few of them and pray you get a skin. But by the by, farming Breach for Breach rewards is not where Breach is very good. Breach is really good for Delirium Juice. Same with Abyss, but Breach is a little bit better because you can open multiple Breach portals, and it's really easy to clear all the Breach monsters, whereas Abyss, the thing keeps traveling and making little squiggly lines over the whole map and takes forever. Breach, you can just open 3 Breach portals, boom, 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 boom. They're all opening simultaneously now. Thank you, Chris. God bless you for that update. And you just kill all the monsters, and it's great for Delirium progress. But as far as you, little newbie, okay, little newbie, doing a Breach in a white, yellow, or early red map with no investment, no juice, no Delirium, no nothing. Breaches are kind of fun, so you should do them, a couple of them, but you shouldn't pick up the splinters, okay? Honestly, that, you know what? It's number 5. Breach is fun enough where you should still do it, okay? Let's be real. It's fun enough where you should do it, but just don't pick anything up, okay? Don't pick up the Breach rings unless grasping males are selling for a bunch that league, and you'll know because I will make a YouTube video about it, baiting you in. For now, don't pick them up, okay? Trust me. Esh, Ul, Zoth, Tul, no. Delete them from your filter. Do not pick those up. The only splinter you pick up is Chayula. Chayular splinters. Just think of Chayula splinters as like 1C each, and everything else as a wisdom scroll. Anyways, if you disagree with me, you can suck it. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.